On May 24th, 2024, the Nurse Practitioner Practice Standards were published in the Saskatchewan Gazette. Today, we're here to talk with Shayna Moore, Nursing Advisor, Practice and Education, and Donna Cook, Nursing Advisor, Registration Services, about the implementation of the revised practice standards. Before we begin our discussion today, I'd like to acknowledge that the CRNS operates on Treaty 4 territory and additionally acts in the public interests on Treaty 2, 5, 6, 8, and 10. We respect and honor the treaties that were made on all territories. We acknowledge the truth of our past, and we're committed to move forward in partnership with Indigenous people in the spirit of reconciliation and collaboration. We are all treaty people. Shayna, tell us more about the Nurse Practitioner Practice Standards and why they are important.
Yes, of course. Thank you, Ariana. So the NP Practice Standards document is intended to identify the expectations for NP practice in Saskatchewan. So a practice standard is an expected and achievable level of professional practice performance. And the NP Practice Standards inform NPs of the expectations for making safe, informed, and effective decisions. They help guide employers on what to expect of NPs as employees, and they advise the public of the level of care they can expect to receive from NPs. The practice standards are broad, principle-based statements supporting various population health needs and evolving the healthcare systems, enabling advanced and autonomous NP practice. The practice standards that apply to NP practice include Standard 1, Professional Responsibility and Accountability, Standard 2, Knowledge-Based Practice, Standard 3, Advanced Clinical Practice, and the final standard, Standard 4, Professional Relationships, Leadership, and Advocacy.
And why are these being referred to as revised practice standards and not new practice standards?
I'll take that question. Thanks, Ariane. The NP practice standards have been in place since NPs were first licensed. They are reviewed approximately every 5 years, and the revision reflects the current and new developments in NP practice. Based on this process, we refer to the NP practice standards as revised rather than new.
Excellent, thank you. Can you tell us a bit more about the practice standards review and the approval process?
Yeah, of course, I can take this one. So for the very first time, the NP practice standards document was developed through a collaborative working group comprised of representatives from the CRNS and the Nurses Association of New Brunswick. So this collaboration was sought as a next step in the cross-Canada approach to the development of the NP entry-level competencies to facilitate consistency where possible. While the two organizations, the CRNS and NAMB, collaborated on content, approval of the practice standards was required in each province. So the revised NP practice standards will come into force and effect this July 24th.
Thank you, Shayna. What are the key changes from the 2017 document to the revised 2024 NP practice standards document?
Yeah, I'm happy to highlight some of those changes. The revised NP practice standards do not duplicate the RN practice standards, since the NP is accountable to both the RN and NP practice standards. The revised practice standards, NP practice standards, better define the advanced scope of practice and reflect all domains of practice. This revision also included enhanced indicators for professional relationships, leadership and advocacy, which demonstrates the advanced scope and knowledge of NP practice and related expectations. The following broad concepts were also considered in this revision: recognition of the diversity of registrants and diverse client populations served, acknowledgement of diverse practice settings and recognition of all domains of practice and NP practice, increased complexity of our client care needs and current healthcare environment, evidence of prioritization of care and safety, as well as incorporation of up-to-date practice standards and applicable legislation.
Thank you, Donna. What are the responsibilities of practicing NPs in Saskatchewan with the implementation of the revised practice standards?
Yeah, of course. So on July 24th, 2024, the revised NP practice standards will be the foundational document, so outlining the practice standards for NP practice in Saskatchewan. Practicing NPs are accountable to practice in accordance with the current CRNS entry-level competencies, the RN practice standards, the NP ELCs, NP practice standards, and the Code of Ethics for Registered Nurses. So practicing NPs are expected to review the revised NP practice standards and to comply with same. So all practice standards are equally important, interrelated, and apply across the lifespan in all practice settings and domains of NP practice.
Great, thank you, Shayna. Where can we find the NP practice standards document and any additional information associated with the revision?
Yeah, you may find the NP Practice Standards document will be posted on the College of Registered Nurses of Saskatchewan website under NP Practice Resources. For anyone interested in learning more about the revision work, you'll also find a Q&A posted. And of course, we'll be sending it out as well in a nursing practice update, and will be on the CRNS website under Nursing Practice Update. We will also be sending communication to all nurse practitioners regarding the posting of NP Practice Standards revision.
Wonderful. Thank you, Shayna and Donna. If you have any follow-up questions, CRNS nursing advisors are available by phone at 1-800-667-9945 or 306-359-4227, or by email at practiceadvice@crns.ca.